been on the job for almost 4 months, and boy, she's already made her voice heard on several key issues around the state, including the debate on same-sex marriage. Well, today she will be speaking at an event in Northwest Arkansas. But before then, as you can see, our Attorney General joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Chris.
Pleasure
Thank you so
meeting you. Something that's been highly debated, the U.S. Supreme Court right now, obviously talking same-sex marriage. Obviously, the ban on same-sex marriage has an effect in the natural state since Governor Huckabee was in office. Most recently, the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals canceled that oral arguments for that topic. Now, it was said that you were disappointed in that. Elaborate on that.
Well, I was disappointed because the 8th Circuit does have the opportunity to still rule on the case, or they did, and decided not to make a decision on whether or not to uphold Arkansas's Amendment 83, which defines marriage as between one man and one woman. There are the state cases and the federal case. And the state cases caused some confusion because we asked for a second oral argument to ensure that the current justices heard the case. They have a new case now to decide who will decide the case. And so you have the original case itself in the state court, the second case to decide who will decide the case, as well as the federal case.
Now, you recently approved a ballot title aiming to repeal the state ban on anti-discrimination ordinances. This measure, of course, would require 50,000 signatures on a petition before making it to 2016. That's a lot of signatures. As AG, do you see this moving forward?
Well, as Attorney General, when I look at ballot titles and approve, reject, or substitute, it's just simply a matter of, will the voters understand what they're voting on when they go to the polls? My decision to approve something or reject something has no bearing whatsoever on what I think of the measure itself.
Now, you recently announced an initiative that's very near and dear to your heart, the Military and Veterans Initiative. You said it will assist active duty military reservists, veterans, and their families with consumer-related issues. What does this mean specifically for those veterans here in Northwest Arkansas? Around the state? Sure.
Well, Arkansas has 250,000 veterans, nearly 30,000 active duty service members across the state, and we want to ensure that they are not taken advantage of through consumer issues, particularly because these men and women have sacrificed so much to ensure our freedoms that I want to ensure that they are not taken advantage of if they are deployed, if creditors, leasing agreements, anything of that nature, typical scam artists, con artists at the Attorney General's office we go after. We want to ensure that veterans receive that same, and that our service members receive that same attention, and that they are not taken advantage of.
You got a busy slate on your schedule today. You'll be speaking at an event in Fayetteville, but you'll also travel to Harrison for the memorial service for former U.S. Congressman Paul Hammerschmidt. Your just quick thoughts on
Sure.
the Congressman.
Congressman Paul Hammerschmidt served as my campaign chairman during my Attorney General's race. A lot of respect, long history with Congressman Hammerschmidt. He is was a true servant leader to the people of Arkansas, believed in representing all Arkansans. And as last night, as I spoke to his first legislative aide and first administrative assistant, they reminded me of how that Congressman Hammerschmidt took so much time to write personal notes to his constituents, and that's the difference, is that personal contact that he made with so many lives across the state.
Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge joining us here on KNWA today. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you, Chris.
All right. Let's take a look at